weird
Yeah.
looking back after 20 years, like watching the documentaries that are out and stuff, and just remembering it with all the information that we have now, you know, and all the investigations that have gone on, and they have pretty much all the pieces of the puzzle together. But at the time, it was just like happening in real time. It was just so.
It was all speculation for that first day, you know, first few days. They didn't know what or how.
Right.
You know, it was all just how many people had died. They didn't know who had done it or why, or you know how many, what else was coming. Or it was just like the whole country just kind of went into shutdown mode. I remember, you know, I mean, everything shut down, and like I said, we kind of all had the same friends in New York and the surrounding areas. My family was all in different parts of Massachusetts and mostly rural places, so they were okay.
My brother was in Brooklyn, and I kind of knew that he was okay, but
Because of the area, it was.
yeah. I think it was like a year later I started going to New York more often with the free time that I had, and what really struck me was in a lot of these neighborhood bars, you know, you'd see like maybe a firefighter's helmet or pictures, memorials. You'd be sitting at the bar and you'd hear somebody talking about, you know, somebody that had died, a rescuer or firefighter or police officer. And there was some kind of like empathy in those bars, those local bars that these firefighters would hang at, and there was a real touch in these places. And I thought that was an incredible thing to witness, is like just how they commemorated these people that passed away, and that like weren't just, they actually used to come to this place, or you know, like real friends of the people there, and that was in so many of the neighborhood bars in New York. That was just an amazing thing to see that, and just that, you know, that I guess that nobody was forgotten.
Those are some of the emotionally toughest people, you know, you're ever going to meet, and to see those people that moved and that, you know, with that kind of heavy sadness, you know, it brought it home.
I went down to Ground Zero when I went to see Dylan there, and it was still smoking. Like they had fences around it and everything, but they were still dumping water on it, and it was still smoking like a month later. And I remember just New York was 100% different place than I'd ever been, you know, because we'd been in New York several times before that, but everybody's really friendly. They were like holding doors for each other,
Yes.
and like, you know, waving, and it was a different place than the New York from before. Like everybody was just like, they came together, and it was like, this is our city, you know.
Well, then the first time we went back to play, we went down there. I think we went down in sort of different groups maybe or whatever. I think it was me and Tommy Mack. He took a photo of me standing in front. I was reading names, you know, and I've hung on to that photo, and we talk about it every once in a while. It comes up. It was heavy, you know, to be there. And that's not a unique to me thing or anything like that, but it's just, when we went back to play, you still felt that New York was like so together. You know, we could probably use some of that type of patriotism or nationalism now, but you know, everybody talks about that now, the anniversary, like how divided we are now. And you look back at that, and we were able to, you know, it sort of just became everybody all for one, sort of.
Yeah, I just remember the weeks after that, everybody was just, it was like all for one, one for all, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody was helping each other out, and there's American flags everywhere.
Yeah.
I pinned an American flag to my amp. The first show we did.
And Gare Bear kept it on.
It's still on there.
Yeah, it's still on there.
Sitting in his living room.